Good day. My name is Gabriela Rijesu, and we're going to be tracing science. And under the science, we're going to be taking three topics. And the first one is the pollination, the second one is skeleton, and the third one is erosion. These three topics were being removed from your common entrance test will be most frequently asked questions. Now, we're going to be treating pollination. And pollination is the transfer of pollen grains, the yellow dust in the flower, from the anther to the stigma, that is the sticky section on the flower. That's for pollination. It's the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma. It's very simple when you put your mind to it to get the definition. And we have two types of pollination. The first one is the self-pollination, and the second one is the cross-pollination. The self-pollination is the type of pollination in which the pollen grain, that is our yellow dust, from a flower are transferred to the stigma of the same flower. The pollen grain of a flower are transferred to the stigma of that same flower. Then that's for self-pollination. For cross-pollination is the type of pollination in which the pollen grains are transferred from one flower to the stigma of another flower. The pollen grains of a flower is transferred from that flower to the stigma of another flower. Don't mix it up. Self-pollination is from that flower to the same flower, but cross-pollination is from a flower to the stigma of another flower. Now that's for the types of pollination. Now there are agents of pollination, that is those that help in carrying the pollen grains from one flower to another flower. The agents of pollination are man. How can it occur? Probably when a man plucks the flower and the yellow dust pours off and goes to the stigma of that same flower or of another flower. Wind, when there's an heavy breeze or so, it sometimes takes the yellow dust to another flower. That's where pollination occurs. Water, birds, when they feed on it or when they perch on it and perch on the other flower, pollination occurs. Snails, when for instance, we all know snails move from one plants, or they are sticky. When they are sticky as parts, when it touches the stigma of a flower and it goes to another flower, it pollinates the yellow dust to that other flower. Insects such as butterflies, bees, and moths. When butterflies takes the yellow dust, which is the pollen grains of the flower, and it perches on another flower, it transfers the pollen grains of the flower to the stigma of another flower. So these are the agents of pollination. That's how pollination occurs.